Be wary of spoilers for the following. A bright blue sky and even bluer waters. A tropical climate filled with calm breezes. Some would consider this place to be the perfect vacation getaway, known as the South China Sea. But there is one thing that you may have to look out for. Pirates. So when you get taken as a hostage and your company refuses to pay your ransom, and even send someone to kill the pirates while you're still with them, only to survive by working with the pirates, who when everything's said and done, the company who didn't pay your ransom expects you to come back, compared to having the pirates offer you a spot on their crew, I think it would be hard to say no at that point. Black Lagoon. The perfect example of an adult anime. Featuring plenty of action through both fistfights and gunfights, while showcasing some in-depth moral arguments about how people view idealism and how they view their own place in the world, by doing whatever they can to survive in a world they hate, or by starting with themselves, making the world a little bit better. Though the biggest pull into Black Lagoon has to be the world building. The Russian Mafia, made up of ex-military veterans from the Cold War, the Chinese Triad, the Cambodian Cartel, undercover CIA agents. We have all of these factions, each with their own goals and ways of making money, and they all want their own foothold in the city of Ranapur. And when one of these factions has a job that needs doing, or more specifically an item to be delivered, that's where the Lagoon Company with their ship, the Black Lagoon, makes their money. Speaking of, let's go over the employees, starting with the business owner, Dutch. Calm, cool, and collected, he is an African-American man projected to be in his mid-30s. Alleged to be ex-American military, particularly the Navy branch, he is the de facto leader of Black Lagoon, while also being their primary boat pilot and captain. While there are rumors of him also serving in a certain revolutionary army, the rest of his story is fairly unknown, and that's how he prefers to keep it. His preferred firearms are the Smith & Wesson 629 revolver and the Remington 870 Marine Magnum shotgun. Not usually one to get directly involved in firefights, but he's ready to fight if need be. Next we have our technology specialist, Benny, a male Caucasian American of Jewish descent, projected to be in his mid to late 20s. He was originally a university student in Florida until he caught the attention of both the FBI and the local mafia, causing him to be saved by another member, Revy, which led to him joining the Lagoon Company. He's a man who's not much of a fighter, but he knows his way around computers and machines alike, performing all sorts of maintenance and upgrades that the Lagoon Company needs. And while being considered the co-pilot for the Black Lagoon as needed, he is the designated driver for land missions, as he's the one who takes care of the company car. He has no preferred weapons as he prefers to work in the background, but he'll make sure you get all the information you'll need while making sure the mission runs smoothly with his support. Our next employee is the muscle of the group, Rebecca Lee, aka Revy Two Hands. Was commonly referred to as Revy, she is a female Chinese American presumed to be in her mid to late 20s. Originally hailing from New York, the circumstances of her childhood drove her into a life of crime, committing theft, assault, and allegedly even murder. She even spent time in prison. From then to now, Revy gained both superb combat skills and great diving technique, which made Dutch hire her for the Lagoon Company. and while she is effectively Dutch's right hand, her temper, foul mouth, and violent tendencies can often turn situations for the worse, which is why Dutch holds her reins back when need be. Her preferred weapons are a dual set of Beretta 92F pistols with a chrome finish and custom engravings, which she calls the sword cutlass, but she has also used a variety of other weapons, such as the M79 grenade launcher, a Remington bolt-action rifle, and a Gepard anti-material rifle. In spite of not having the intellect of a certain Tomb Raider, you definitely don't want to be caught on the wrong side of a firefight with this tomboy protagonist. But in light of her flaws, she was directly involved in recruiting the final two members of the Lagoon Company, Benny, mentioned previously, and our fourth and final member, Rokuro Okujima, aka Rock. I consider him and Revy as being the two main protagonists of Black Lagoon, in which the information that he gives lets us know about the setting of the show. For example, he's 25 years old, but we actually get a birthday of him being born August 21st of 1970, meaning Black Lagoon begins in 1995. He is also full-blooded Japanese, in which after graduating university he became a salaryman, but after one unlucky business trip, he is now involved at the stomach of society's underbelly. His greatest strength is his intellect, not in the same way as Penny, but in how his experience as a salaryman lets him see the motives behind people and factions, allowing him to negotiate to get everyone the outcome that they desire. And while being seen as naive by both other members of the Lagoon Company and different factions and citizens of Roanapur, he does have a dark side that he can tap into. And as stated previously, he's not much of a fighter, but based on the amount of action that he gets himself involved in, he is quite the survivor. A couple things to note about Black Lagoon. 1. I did not realize how many references Black Lagoon had. From Gunfight at the OK Corral to Oprah Winfrey, and even Sears. There's so many different people being referenced or quotes being used. I can't decide if we were just shoving in as many pop culture references as we could, or if this was done to try and make Black Lagoon feel like it takes place in the real world. Though it does give the feeling that, for being pirates, they're actually quite well read. Number 2. Black Lagoon's soundtrack is actually much smaller than I expected. For having two 12-episode seasons and a 5-episode special series, they only have a little bit over 30 songs to work with. So as you're watching, you might notice a couple repeat songs, but they are quite well placed, having a nice variety of rock and guitar songs, with a few dark and eerie songs. Even having a few jazzy tracks. And even a few tracks to get you into that tropical mood. definitely a darker show, with a few gun sequences that feel like they follow movie rules. But the action is fun, the characters are great, and I'm quite glad that after this last rewatch, this show is still one of my personal favorites. Thank you for making it this far. Please like, follow, or subscribe for better audio mixing.